Hello everyone, EB the Original Master here. I am glad to be back again providing you guys a second upload today on Friday. So today I have officially watched the season 9 episode that I haven't seen before, Bulletin Board. Yes, this was my first time seeing it. I've heard about the episode many times on the internet, and I decided to watch it myself, and I'm going to give you guys my review about it. So, Bulletin Board was actually a pretty unique episode for this show. It had a really unique story, and I will be happy to give you guys my honest review about this episode. So, the episode starts off with it starts off pretty quickly, where we have an old lady at the Krusty Krab enjoying her Krabby Patty, and then Mr. Krabs asked her if she enjoyed it. So then she decided to pull out like some needles and thread and made like a note off of it and to tell her how she liked about it. So SpongeBob came up with an idea of coming up with a community bulletin board where they could post all of their things about the Krusty Krab. So basically, bulletin board is basically like the social media episode for this episode. The reason why I say the social media episode is because that instead of using cell phones and social media websites like Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, they use a bulletin board as the text messages, meaning they write down what they think about the restaurant and they put it on the bulletin board. So I am not going to go through every post that was on the bulletin board. I'm not going to read out what were the words specifically written on it because there's so much. But majority of them were actually pretty nice. They were pretty nice, hearted words to the Krusty Krab. Then Patrick Star was actually the conflict of this episode. So Patrick Star claimed himself as P Star 7, who writes all of these mean comments on the bulletin board where everyone finds it offended. So thanks to P Star 7, everyone is reading Patrick's comments about the Krusty Krab to a point where it's towards negative. So everyone thinks that Patrick's comments on the bulletin board is negative. So the highlights of this episode was that Bubble Bass, one of my most dedicated characters from SpongeBob, actually had more screen time than any of the cameos that he appeared in. In fact, Bubble Bass actually had some lines in this episode which I pretty enjoyed. So the Bubble Bass moments were actually my favorite parts of this episode. I'm glad Nickelodeon finally brought Bubble Bass back to his roots by making him a side character, but he wasn't a villain in this episode. He was kind of like a supportive character. He actually had some lines that were pretty great. He still had the same quirky voice that he had in Pickles and in Fun and all those other episodes that he appeared in. But I'm pretty glad that Bubble Bass actually had more screen time than he did in other episodes like Whirly Brains and Goodbye Krabby Patty and SpongeBob's Place. So basically, so everyone is freaking out that the fact that Patrick or P Star 7 is sending out all these bad comments on the bulletin board where Mr. Krabs wants to take it down. So yeah, this review is going to be a little bit shorter than usual because I don't want to sit here and take this review too long. So so at the ending of the episode, SpongeBob, Mr. Krabs, and Squidward sneaks into the Krusty Krab at night to figure out who is behind the reasonings of the rude comments from P Star 7. So it appears that Patrick was the cause of this mess, which I've already mentioned at the start of it, where everyone was misunderstanding Patrick's meaning of the harsh words on the bulletin board. So Mr. Krabs then tears down the whole bulletin board, and then he like sticks out a blow dryer, no, not a blow dryer, a leaf blower. That's what I meant to say, a leaf blower. He also used a lawnmower to take down the bulletin board that SpongeBob put up on the wall at the beginning of the episode. And so they ended off the episode with them at Shady Shoals retirement home, where they were with the same old lady at the beginning of the episode, knitting nice sweaters. And they were just knitting. They weren't knitting any sweaters or anything. And that was actually the episode Bulletin Board. This episode was actually pretty good, you guys. I actually did enjoy Bulletin Board. It was basically the SpongeBob version of social media. Instead of using cell phones and social media like Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, they used a bulletin board where all they have to do is write what they think about the restaurant and put it on the bulletin board as a community. But after realizing what was happening, Mr. Krabs wanted to take it down, and he did anyways. So this was actually a pretty good episode. I'll give this episode a 8 out of 10. Pretty good, solid episode. Patrick's stupidity was actually at a minimum. He wasn't that dumb in this episode. He was just thinking stuff outside the wrong way, where people thought that the comments that he wrote was mean, where they really weren't. So they kind of misunderstood him. But yeah, overall, I give Bulletin Board an 8 out of 10. Well, hope you guys enjoyed my review for Bulletin Board from SpongeBob SquarePants. And I guess I'll be seeing you guys later. Peace out.